today's YouTube video, and what we're going to be talking about today is how much cardio do you really need? Now before we get into this video, make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss another video, and hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is when it comes to cardio, it really depends on what your goal is. So I have a background in long distance running and track and field, but more middle distance, long distance. And then I got into weightlifting and had to really adjust my cardio because my goal was no longer running my fastest mile time or running a better 5K. It was more so, how can I get lean? How can I keep my cardiovascular shape while still building muscle? So my goal changed. So the first thing to determine is, what is your goal with the cardio that you're doing? The next thing to talk about is, where are you starting from? Are you starting from ground zero with cardio, you've been doing absolutely none? Or are you starting from a place where you are doing cardio every single day for 60 minutes a day, and you want to kind of figure out how much cardio do you need in order to build muscle or lose fat? If your goal with cardio is simply to lose body fat, build muscle, and just have a better body shape overall, which I think most people's goal is with cardio, then that's what we'll talk about today. Cardio really is used as a tool. When it comes to cardio and you're trying to lose body fat and build more muscle, the first two things that you want to focus on is strength training and your diet. Those are the first two and most important factors that you want to focus on. Cardio kind of comes next and last, in my opinion, when it comes to fat loss. Those two factors are the most important when it comes to that. If you're starting from doing absolutely zero cardio, the first thing that I would do is just try to build yourself up. Maybe commit to 3 days a week of just 15 minutes of cardio. See if you can maintain that. What I like to do is to hop machine to machine. If I get really bored, I'll do 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, 5 minutes incline walking, 5 minutes of a jog, 5 minutes on the bike, or something like that, to really kind of not get too bored, but kind of get it done. Because I know a lot of the time the issue is that you don't want to do it. You don't want to be on a machine. You don't want to go through it because it's torture at first. I can totally relate to that. So I would say the first thing is maybe get outside if you can. If you can go on a walk outside or a jog, a hard bike ride outside, something like that to really help, that would be awesome. Or you could take a class of some sort. That would really help you get the cardio done. But if you're starting from the beginning, I would say commit to 3 days a week of 15 minutes or so. So because cardio is used as a tool, tracking your progress is going to be very important. So the first thing I would do is take progress pictures, take your weight, take your body fat if you'd like to go that route, and kind of track yourself every 2 to 3 weeks and see, is this working, is this not? So if it's not working, let's say you think your diet is amazing, your training is going really well, you're just not losing at the rate that you would like, then I would say that's the time to maybe increase the intensity of your cardio, increase the length of time of your cardio, or add in another day. So there's 3 different things you can do with the cardio in order to help lose those extra few pounds. So what I mean by increased intensity, let's say you're used to doing a 20-minute incline walk at a speed of 3.5. What I would say to increase intensity is maybe add in 5 minutes of hard running, or just try to spike your heart rate up for 5 or so minutes within that cardio session to increase the intensity a little bit more. Another thing that you can do is choose a different form of cardio. Like, let's say you're used to doing an incline walk, or you're used to doing the elliptical. Maybe switch it up and do a kickboxing class or do a cycling class. Kind of switch it up in that way. Jump rope, battle ropes. These are all forms of cardio to help kind of switch things up a little bit and increase the intensity and shoot your heart rate up. And that can really help you burn extra calories and get things moving a little bit quicker. You could also increase the length of time for your cardio. If you're not losing at the rate that you want, maybe do something like add in another 5 or 10 minutes to each session for those 3 days. Start with that, and again, track your progress, see how you're doing, and then adjust. Another 2 weeks goes by, you're like, okay, my diet has been perfect. I'm already, hitting the calorie target that I set for myself. I'm hungry. If you're too hungry, you don't want to decrease it more. What I say is, eat as many calories as you can and increase your activity level. That's always what I tell people to do. So let's say you are in that sweet spot of you don't want to decrease your calories more, you want to add in more cardio. So you can add in those extra few minutes for each session, or you could add in another day. So let's say you want to add in another day of cardio and you want to just increase your time that way because you just don't have more time in the day. You can do it that way. So another thing to keep in mind is your NEAT, your non-exercise activity threshold. So this is kind of how many steps are you taking per day. There's a difference between your steps per day and actual cardio. There's a difference between being active and doing actual cardio. I think this is something that a lot of people do not keep in mind. You want to be active within the day to, of course, make sure that you're burning more calories throughout the day just with your regular daily activities. You're taking the stairs instead of the elevator. You're on your feet more instead of at a desk. These things do play a role in how much cardio you may need versus someone else. So my job is very active. I train people, I am on my feet all day. I'm constantly working out and lifting things and whatever else. So for me, I feel like I don't need as much cardio as someone who is working from home at a desk job and just kind of is sitting for the majority of the day. So I might need a little bit less than that person. So that is also something to keep in mind when determining how much cardio you need. And if you are focused on calorie burn, low intensity cardio is great to add in. You do not want to do HIIT every single day of the week. But if you are someone that is doing heavy sprints, heavy running, you might actually need less cardio than someone that is just doing a very light bike ride or light elliptical session as their cardio session. So keep the intensity in mind, keep the heart rate in mind, and how many overall calories you're burning. So what I would recommend is maybe getting an Apple Watch, Fitbit, something like that. Track your heart rate, track your calorie burn, and that will kind of help guide you and kind of see like, okay, in these sessions that I'm doing, I'm burning 300 calories these 3 days of the week. Let's say, what if I burn 400 calories? You keep the speed the same, the time the same. Maybe you just want to focus on burning an extra 100 to 150 calories each session. So you can do something like that. But again, this all comes down to tracking your progress. It comes down a lot to what is your training like? What is your diet like? How many calories are coming in? How many calories are going out? Are you making the progress that you need? And are you progressing at the speed in which you like? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you a little bit. Comment down below what you want to see next, and I will see you guys next time.